depressant, benzodiazepines. They are used to treat seizures.
Okay.
Are used to treat seizures. They depress the nervous system. So seizure, you have the firing of the nervous system. There is a neurotransmitters.
Okay.
And moving very fast. So you need a drug to depress to reduce the flow of neurotransmitters. So you
Yes.
take this benzodiazepine. So you are looking at it, not how you take it.
Okay.
Medicinally, it's used to treat this kind of a seizure. But other ways now, people take it for other purposes. That is the side effects of it. Side effects. So there is nothing like say. It depends on how if it's abused.
Okay, let's go.
Hello guys, welcome to EB33. My name is Emmanuel. Today we have Hendrik.
What's up? Peace out.
So how are you doing today? Like today is I'm going to say July has started and we are seeing the new mood of July. I think everything is now becoming more expensive these days. I don't know.
How will I start today with the Trump shot? You heard the news now?
Yeah, they shot Trump for these years. So that's by the way. So we have a health worker here.
Okay.
Mr. Solomon. Welcome to EB33. So how are you doing today?
Okay, I'm good.
So today we have I think a topic that I've been telling has been bringing some kind of controversial issues online. Like recently we saw a boy who killed his mom and he stabbed his mom to death. This thing happened in Delta State, Delta State.
I always mention our state every time. Let's continue.
It happens. It's happening everywhere in the country, but this thing was so alarming to the point that we have to say, okay, we have to talk about it. That's drug abuse. So I will start the topic from you, Hendrik. So what do you
That means you're going to face the likes of Charlie Poppy.
No, we don't care who is taking drugs, but why?
No, we will say we care, but we are looking for a better solution for them.
Okay, but the question now is drug abuse. Okay. Why? How can we define it? What's the meaning of drug abuse?
No,
your own layman understanding.
Okay, now telling me to explain drug abuse is like me going to a place without direction. Now, What do I mean by this? First, I will start with the word drug.
Okay.
What is drug?
Drug. Some people the pharmaceutical analysis of it call it a chemical substance.
Okay.
But I can call it any substance that can be inhaled,
smoked, injected, swallowed, tasted, which has psychological and physiological effects in the human body. Now, this thing called drug can be categorized into the following, depending on the function and the legal status
of which these drugs are useful to the human system,
human anatomy. Now, we have therapeutic drugs.
Okay.
Yes, we have therapeutic drugs. Those ones comes with medical dosage and usage
basically. Take for instance, like for cancer,
we have chemotherapy treatments. For HIV/AIDS, we have what we call ARTS, antiretroviral human antiretroviral therapy therapy. In that
aspect, we have recreational drugs,
the cannabis, the cocaine, which some people call white.
Depending on the people that are saying
ice is also different. They fall in this category. Okay. The methamphetamines and co. So we have the I call it I've mentioned
therapeutic,
recreational. We have over the control drugs. What do I mean over the control drugs? These are drugs you take for pains, cold.
We have ibuprofen.
This one sometimes you are do without dosage.
You
have to be careful with your
even me, I find myself knowing some things about everything. So thank God there's a health worker here that will throw more light on it. And the last is which we are to look at the illicit drugs.
Well, which one was illicit?
We're not diving now into the subject matter, which is the drug
abuse.
So that's I think you have hit the nail. So that's illicit drugs.
But can you still permit me to say something?
Okay.
I've still not explained what the drug abuse is.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Now,
the word drug can be referred or rephrased as misuse of drugs. What do I mean by this? Yes, anything taken beyond medical prescription, description, either spoken words, oral, a medical practitioner giving you some prescription or what is written on it. Some people now, paracetamol, you are meant to take 2. Some people tell you 2 no they do me. The head where it gets now.
Another thing like 4, they walk.
This is drug abuse. Okay. End of the day, the body will start adjusting to these things. That's why I notice it. There's one funny thing about drug. The more you overtake it, the more it tends to look less effective to you because the body has gotten used to it and is even tired of it at that moment. So anything that has to do with taking above the prescribed quantity dosage is abuse.
Okay, so I'll throw the question to Doctor. That's how
aka Doctor.
Let's see. So what do you understand by drug abuse? And he said you called the last drug
illicit drugs.
So what do you understand by illicit drugs, and what is your understanding about drug abuse?
Thank you very much, moderator. I'm surprised that my friend here is not he knows everything about drugs and everything and the classification and everything. I'm impressed.
I'm flattered.
Actually, when you say drug, he has said it. Drug is any chemical.
Okay.
When taken to the body, modifies the body system.
Okay.
The physiology.
Wow.
That means physiology, how the cells function, how the cells coordinate. So this drug modified. Now that's why it's called drug itself. And drugs come in different forms and different way of administering it. You have what's called parenteral drugs. You administer through the skin. You have oral through the mouth. You have the anal, rectal through the anal, and you have other ones cutaneous, subcutaneous through the skin. Now what happens is this, like you said, I already defined what is called a drug. Now, drugs can be abused, and there are drugs of abuse. There are different kinds of drugs. Different classification. I have drugs that target the nervous system. I hear me now. Different on the body. You have drugs that target the muscular system of the body. You have that target the endocrine system. You have drugs that target the cardiovascular system. There are different kinds of drugs. And
but we hope we are still in this.
Now,
we are still in this.
Now, in this case, we're talking about illicit drugs or drugs or illicit drugs. Now we're talking about the nervous system. Now this drug we're talking about is related to now the nervous system, because the nervous system controls the behavioral activity of the individual.
Yes.
So this drug now falls under the classification of the nervous system drugs. And there are different kinds of drugs in the nervous system that falls into illicit drugs. The classification, how it's called, the stimulants. Central nervous system stimulant drugs. So that the amphetamines, the cocaine. Now these are you have one called the depressant, the central system. Now the depressant is have the hallucinogens. Benzodiazepines. These are the depressants.
Do you know, Doctor?
I will come to that. I will explain them and bring them out.
He's bringing them out from their sides.
Drugs like the opiates,
opiums.
You have the marijuana.
I remember the opium war, the Chinese opium war.
The marijuana. All these drugs I have mentioned are mainly illicit drugs that stimulate the nervous system in a way that is not acceptable by the body. I hear me now. So these are the but there are drugs that stimulate the nervous system, but these ones are the illicit drugs. That have adverse effects. So later I will tell you how it functions.
Before we go there now, the question I'll ask I'm
really enjoying this. I should have wear my armor since for today's podcast. But
the question I'll ask the house now is, why do we have these illicit drugs in our society? Yes. For example, we Nigerians, if I say 95% of our youth are taking illicit drugs, and it is not, there's something called codeine, colos. There are drugs that I don't know.
Canadian loud.
So all this, there's MD, there's ice, these are illicit drugs. So what are these illicit drugs in society? Is it that the illicit drug has some things it's still doing to help people, or is just like it's a poison and people just won't take it?
You have mentioned these drugs like cocaine, they're all stimulants. They're also nervous stimulants. But the truth is that people take it for various reasons. I don't know which societal.
Yes.
I don't know. People decide to take drugs maybe because of the environmental condition or the society we find ourselves. People want to feel a sense of belonging. They want to belong to different kind of categories of people. They feel they want to do that, so they decide to take the drugs. So So I think this may be some of the reason. Values, family values also. Most of our houses now,
Yes,
families,
yeah.
they are not the parental control is totally out of the system. So this could be a reason. Parental control is not there. The environmental system, the society, the social system is not helping the matter. Job youths are out of jobs, so they feel a way of trying to help themselves out of the system. Perhaps they decide to take
but these drugs in like let's say in Nigeria now we have a lot of cases of deaths, a lot of cases of domestic violence, a lot of cases of terror in society. So would you say that illicit drugs are something we should ban and we should just do away with it?
Okay, this drugs called illicit is just a human made. It's a synthetic name. They're not like illicit in a way.
Okay.
All drugs, what you call illicit, may be medicinal. Like marijuana is medicinal. It's to treat some nervous system.
It's bad.
No,
the abuse of it.
It's the abuse of it that is bad. So most of these drugs,
like you said, sorry, I'm coming in, doctor. Okay. Let me allow you land. No, I will call you. You are my doc. That's fine. You're a health worker. No, those pathetic drugs you see, they are made of cocaine.
Okay.
Yes, any drug you see
that has to fight aches, and they are cocaine made. Just some little percentage or dosage of it made. You find cocaine in your paracetamol. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I don't know how
it is. I heard there are some cancer treatments that they prescribe cocaine.
Okay, let
me allow you flow in.
Like I was saying before.
Okay.
This name illicit is a man-made
terminology. Okay.
Not medical terminology.
Wow.
It's something like
illicit drug. Yeah. Okay.
Looking at how it functions in the body.
Okay.
Like I said now, the depressant, benzodiazepines, they are used to treat seizures.
Okay.
Seizures. They depress the nervous system. So seizure, you have the firing of the nervous system. There is a neurotransmitters.
Okay.
I'm moving very fast. So you need the drug to reduce the flow of neurotransmitters. So you take this benzodiazepine. So you are looking at it, it's not how you take it.
Okay.
Medicinally, it's used to treat this kind of a seizure. But other ways now, people take it for other foods. That's the side effects of it. So there is nothing like say. It depends on how if it's abused, used without prescription. It comes to me illegal or illicit. But for me, nothing is illicit. It depends on how. If it's prescribed by a medical doctor or medical practitioner to treat particular area. So, but when it's used without prescription, it comes to me illegal and illicit. From my own perspective.
Okay. So Hendrik, in your own form of abuse, like when we talk about codeine, we see people today advertising and showing, even flaunting it. And the government, how would you say the elites have? Would you say they have a sponsor in this drug abuse? Nigeria today.
Drug abuse can be categorized as part of the societal ills or social vices.
Okay.
It's like saying the way good strive, bad will not exist. It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Okay.
It's a black and white word.
Depending on where you find yourself.
Okay.
You understand? There are people who benefit from this business. There are drug barons, for Christ's sake. You've heard of the famous Pablo Escobar now.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Colombia, 1993.
The whole scenario. Even young boys give themselves those names. Yeah. I'll be Pablo
Junior, Pablo Ikoroju,
Pablo Money, Pablo Big Flow. Yeah, so you hear these kind of things. They are inspired. Many of these guys or so-called artists are even not doing. They are doing more harm than good.
Yeah, it's true.
If I have my way, sincerely speaking, I know it will sound offensive
for this, but I have to speak the clear truth. I barely see foreign artists smoke simultaneously. Like see, now they are conscious for this. You can do your thing. That's why I respect the likes of Jay-Z. He takes a cigar. No, cigar is very from cigarette.
You understand? That's but tobacco. They find a way to hide these things.
Yeah, it's true.
That's why the likes of Future talking about methamphetamines and other things. The Purple, Lil Wayne saying about these things in their music. Most of them barely do that. I don't know the painful to one of the rising stars that died, Juice WRLD
for drug dosage because they were trying to check.
He just swallowed and he died. Look at Rema now. I can bring Rema as a case study. This young Nigerian artist. Yeah. So what do you say, young Nigerian? Remember, there's a lyrics of a song. He said, "I get money past your papa." Before he sing about me now, I'm not ready for that.
Now, Rema
now on the scene with this is new album. This is new album will cost wahala. What is the matcha? You so I don't know whether it's the way the country is going. May God help us. You understand?
But let me come in. Now you can't
say in most of his outing are without holding
a weed.
Now these guys are thinking is trend that attach. These are the crews that attach with celebrity lifestyle. But end of the day, there's what they call post-traumatic stress. You sit down and ask yourself this question: what have I done? Justin Bieber suffered from this, and many will still suffer for it, whether they like it or not. Many people have died because of this abuse of drug things, and so there's some people now that are having psychological disorder because why? There was nobody to caution them and curtail them of this abuse of drug. Like a health worker said, in the medical perspective, there's nothing like illicit. Yeah. The word illicit came because of regulations. Okay. Like in Nigeria, we have two bodies that regulate this. NDLA, which is National Drug Law Enforcement Agency,
initiated under the
regime of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. That was decree number 48 of 1989, and NAFDAC, still under IBB's administration, decree number 15 of 1993. Now, these two bodies have planned a way to make sure these things are controlled.
But you can't stop societal use. How can you fight it? The more the society gets developed, the more these things get exposed. Instagram is exposing us to more harm than good. When will you see Wizkid be without smoking? Is it Burna Boy that will tell you, if I don't smoke, I can't even make a public utterance? Is it Davido? They like so many people, and these young ones look up to them for mentorship.
But
no problem.
Okay. The only problem I have with this drug is drug dependency. I have a problem with the drug.
Okay. Yeah, that is very deep.
There are some drugs, these so-called illicit drugs.
Okay.
Some of these drugs that works in the nervous system. I mentioned before.
Yeah, CNS
and the depressant and
cocaine, central nervous system. Yeah. System.
Those drugs are called dependency drugs. What do I mean? The dependency means that drug you must continue to take it. You cannot
stop for me. Addiction now comes in.
You cannot try by yourself to say you want to stop. Like that. Now it becomes a problem.
Okay.
If there's a drug, and these drugs are very expensive.
That is the painful part of it.
This drug is a dependency drug, that means you must take it. That means you must find every avenue to get the drug. Even involving you.
That's where you're not
committing crimes. Killing somebody to get the money to buy the drug.
Wow.
You must do it. Why is it so? Because the brain is such a way that the brain has been programmed. You see, what this drug does is that it does is this: the anatomical and the physiological environment of that. This drug in the brain have what's called neurotransmitters. You have what's called acetylcholine.
Okay.
You have serotonin.
Okay.
You have some of those ones are there. You have GABA. You have glycines. Now some are called stimulators. Some are called stimulants. Some are called depressants. What happens is this: when you take this drug, you are now trying to stimulate those neurotransmitters to increase.
You're trying to increase the flow.
The quantity, the production. It's produced in the brain, that chemical. Okay. Now what happens is that once you have done that, you have created an avenue to the brain. You are telling the brain that chemical, that quantity must be produced on time. Therefore,
addiction.
If you now go and stop it, the brain will tell you no. You must take so that quantity that you have asked me to be melt.
So now my question is
normal norms.
Yes, thank you.
How do you solve that?
Now there's nothing you can do about it.
What?
The only solution is this.
This is like journey of no return.
Now.
Okay.
It requires you to take what's called drugs. There are some drugs, synthetic drugs, not abuse. That can counter. Yes, they can mimic. That can mimic that particular drug.
But in the way of rehabilitation.
Yeah, rehabilitation.
Okay.
So what happens in rehabilitation center? There are drugs they give you that they synthesize such a way that it mimics that drug of abuse. So they now give it to you. Your brain will now recognize that synthetic one as the original drug.
Wow.
Just correct the
So when you
functioning as a replica,
like
but
naloxone can mimic. It's a drug of control that can help balance effect of amphetamine or methamphetamine.
Okay.
So when you take it, now your brain will recognize that one as the drug of abuse. So in that case, when it does that, you can be right down now. You now take care of that.
But if you stop that, then go back to the way it was before.
If you stop the one of
the one you want to heal.
That mimic that mimic the original. You cannot stop. You stay for a long time. Later, the brain, you have to. The brain is like
I think that's why we have many.
That's so the brain will now recognize that, begin to develop, adapt to its natural system gradually.
That's the way to solve this problem.
Yeah, without that, there's nothing you can do that can make that person to stop taking that. Wow. That's secondary prevention. This is how to treat the person. Rehabilitation is the only thing. You have rehabilitation centers where you have psychologists and physiotherapists and
people who their madness, sorry to use that word, they are insane, has left from 10 to 100. So how will you treat that kind of person?
That's why it's different entirely. That is what called schizophrenia.
What's schizophrenia?
Schizophrenia can be covered. Schizophrenia has madness, behavior.
So what do you think caused that?
Many things can be responsible. It can be organic or psychological. Okay. Organic, I mean, like there could be accident and then the damage to the brain system, maybe cerebrum or whatever.
So let's say the effect of, let's say, not taking these illicit drugs. Would you say today's Nigeria now, if we want to give awareness, because somebody watching on the channel would say, okay, awareness of what we should do in our today's society, so we'll not, because sometimes I believe societal norms, Mr. Hendrik said, was part of it, because I want to belong, I'm a big boy, I need to take one drugs or the other. So what would you say to prevent a young person watching this?
Like I always say, charity begins at home. The family setting, values of the family. The family should inculcate morals to their children now. Tell them this and this, what you've done to avoid this kind of thing. Because family is the core. Then society. But the society doesn't have matters. That's why every children have nothing to do right now about nothing. There's no framework, political framework to guarantee job
to keep their mind busy.
So it's very difficult. But how our side goes on, religious leaders also have a role to play. You have to teach them and tell them about the dangers of drugs. So the family, the society, the government, all. So that is why it's called.
Okay, if I say and I have not learned something today, I seriously learned a lot. So in family, I want to say a big thank you to Hendrik and for us bringing doctor. Not
yet a doctor.
No, you have to call it doctor.
I'm a health worker. Very
soon, he has not much justice.
Seriously, thank you
very much.
I want to thank everybody for watching and help us do something. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And what else again? Give us some feedback.
And also, either positive or negative. Criticism is also needed for development.
So we'll be bringing some new updates very soon on the channel. So, but stay tuned and peace.
Out.